So, especially when we talk about healing from the drug war, I think that everyone should hold some type of accountability when they come into this cannabis space, because there was a cannabis space before you entered it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to do that, you kind of have to acknowledge the past and the history and what happened. And if you are in a corporate space, whether it's nonprofit or for-profit, you know, and you pay some type of taxes or you have some type of impact report, you should be held accountable. You don't have to be held accountable for everyone, but if you're in my neighborhood, in my community, what does that reinvestment look like? What does that re-engagement look like? Like, how are you giving back to the people that have been impacted and affected? And so, you know, you can go to corporate, and a lot of corporate entities will tell you, no, this is definitely a government issue, like you have to attack the government. Mm-hmm. But while you're here fighting for the Safe Banking Act,
Sure.
I question that as a person, again, whose parents, you know, were in the illicit market back in the 80s. I question that. You know, I have to. I have to say, okay, well, what does it look like? You know, we're not asking for money. We're asking right now for opportunity. And sometimes opportunity could be, you know, you can just create this legislation that just says this is an automatic expungement.
Absolutely.
And then when you talk federal, DC, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, the consumers and the patients, it's a coin toss for us. We're not a state. It's a federal coin toss. So now when you talk federal legislation, what does the federal convictions look like? There's no language in there that says we're going to expunge federal cannabis convictions. And I know that I'm only going to stay on cannabis convictions on this topic because we're here at the Cannabis Political Economic Symposium. You know, but please take heed to the words I'm saying. We're healing from an actual drug war. Like, nobody ever acknowledges sugar taking people out. Yep. Weed has never killed anybody. So
That's right. If I wasn't advocate for cannabis, it would be against sugar. Sugar's a horrible drug.
Addiction is addiction.
That's right.
So it's just like, you know, it's all about accountability and how do we come together to decide, you know, what that accountability should look like, you know, and then who do we don't want to enforce it, but who do we bring it to light to, you know, and what does it look like? What can it look like? And I think that's why we're here, because we're trying to figure it out all different walks.